flip the script when things are not going your way. So instead of being frustrated, like, ugh, why me? Why me? Try to think about that's because there's something better coming. I wasn't meant for that because this other thing is coming my way and it's waiting for me. Welcome back, friends, to another episode of the Sisterhood Tea Party. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Stephanie. Grab your tea, get cozy, and let's spill it all.
Before we dive into today's topic, which is all about lucky girl syndrome, let's kick things off with what's top of mind for each of us. All right, Stephanie, kick us off. What is top of mind for you this week?
Yes. So I have been working to kind of lead with positivity whenever I can. I mean, with everything going on, and I have a lot of stuff going on between work and personal life, I just have to ground myself a little bit. So it gets challenging, but I do realize that I'm not as overwhelmed and stressed when I have to sit back and be like, you know what? Everything's going to be okay. Things are going to work out. There's a lot more out there for me. So I try to see the best in the situation, try to see the good in things, but I also remind myself that I have to be realistic in that too.
Yeah. I love that. I think that sometimes when people talk about, oh, we don't want toxic positivity, it can go to the extreme where then you're not positive at all. But positivity can also get you through a lot too. So I love that.
I agree. Yes. What about you?
So for me, I think kind of similar. The way I think about it is I have been trying to focus on stop looking at myself as a work in progress. I'm very much like a self-improvement girly. What's the next thing I could be doing better? How can I be better? But I want to start focusing more, and I've been trying to focus more on no, I'm here now. I have done the work. It's paying off and it's going to continue to pay off. And yeah, I can still be striving to do more and be better and all these things, but I am living my dream right now. And instead of feeling like I'm just chasing the dream, embrace this is part of the dream and I'm here and I did it. So yeah, that's I guess what's been top of mind. I'm not a work in progress. I am here and I'm improving, but I'm not a work in progress.
No, I actually really like that mindset. It's I'm working with what I have now and it's going to get better. It's going to be amazing. So that's a good way to look at it. I never really thought of it that way. So that's amazing.
Trying. We'll see how it goes.
I love it. Well, we love sharing our top of minds with you all, but we're going to get into the real tea of why we are here today. So we're talking about lucky girl syndrome because we know that St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner.
Yes, I love this topic so much. So let's dive in. Lucky girl syndrome. It's the idea that if you believe good things are always happening to you, then they happen.
Yes, exactly. It's all about manifesting abundance and positivity. It's not about ignoring the hard stuff, but focusing on the belief that life is working for.
Exactly. And there is actually science behind this too, because in case you guys didn't know, we both have psychology degrees, but there is...
Wait, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot that I had a psychology degree. In my day-to-day, I don't reference it. So when now you're saying that, I'm like, oh yeah, I did go to school for that.
It is true. I know.
Sorry.
That's when we were prepping this, I was like, wait,
yeah,
we are actually truly experts on this because we have psych degrees. Why does that matter? Well, because there is actually a function in the brain called the Reticular Activating System, or RAS, which basically filters in information that you need and out information you don't. So if you think about it, there's a million things that you could be thinking about at one time, and your brain's filtering oh, I'm only going to pay attention to Jessica's voice right now and not what's going on outside my car. I don't know, whatever you're doing. And so when you believe that you are lucky and you shift your mindset in this way, your brain literally starts to filter in evidence in support of that belief. And that's pretty cool. So that's expertise coming from us from a psych degree.
Exactly. But yeah, think about it. Have y'all ever decided that you wanted a certain car and then suddenly you see it everywhere? That is literally me. That's exactly how I bought my car. Was because I was
really?
100%. Yes. Because I remember, I had the G6, RIP, and I knew that I had to get a new car. And I was like, oh, I really want this car and this car. And I hopped in my car and every turn, every light, I saw this car and I'm like, this is sting. But yes, I obviously want it. It looks amazing. I thought it was beautiful. Again, this was in 2018, 2019, things have changed, but that's how it is. So You see it everywhere. You're like, absolutely, I want that. But that is your brain noticing what you are focused on.
Yeah. So how do we actually then take this information and embrace lucky girl syndrome? Let's break it down.
Yes. So daily affirmations like, I am so lucky, everything works out for me, can rewire your mindset. So say them out loud in the morning or write them down in a journal. I know for me, I have this affirmation app that I listen to, and I think it's just honestly on YouTube. And I just found and they're literally called I am affirmations. And it says, I am loved, I am beautiful, I am strong. And it just repeats. They have ones that are like daily ones. There are ones that you can go to sleep to. I'm obsessed. I really do love them. And it truly does rewire your brain. So when you are waking up in the morning after listening to affirmations subconsciously in your sleep, like you're up and you're like, it's a totally different perspective.
100%. I wonder if we listen to the same one, because I listen to I am affirmations on Insight Timer. But a lot of times those creators will be across platforms. And
we probably do, honestly.
Yeah, I wish I could remember her name off the top of my head, but I cannot remember her name. But yes, I love that. Also, in addition to listening to affirmations, like it's really important to have this kind of gratitude practice by recognizing moments where luck is already showing up in your life. So even in the small wins, we like to talk about small wins on this podcast. So, if you were pulling up to your new workout class and you saw a parking spot right up front, that is you feeling lucky. If you went out in public today and then you got a random compliment, that is luck working in your favor. So always try to be recognizing and looking for those moments of positivity or luck that's things are going my way. And then that'll help you again go back to seeing it more and more.
Yes, exactly. Also, visualizing success is so key in this. So spending a few minutes daily just visualizing your day, things going smoothly, whether it's a big goal that you have or something that you're anticipating, or just having just a smooth day, just no drama, being able to visualize this is exactly how things are going to go really will set you up for success.
For sure. And also flip the script when things are not going your way. So instead of being frustrated, why me? Why me? Try to think about that's because there's something better coming. I wasn't meant for that because this other thing is coming my way and it's waiting for me. And just really flip that script of the universe is really looking out for you. And the next thing is going to be the thing for you.
Absolutely. And what's meant for you will not miss you. Think about it that way and knowing that okay, that's okay. It happens. Something else is coming, like you said. I think that's just so important. But in addition to that, surrounding yourself with positivity, that's key. I mean, that just is a given. The energy around you matters. And I'll say this again, the energy around you matters, okay? Follow creators who inspire you, read uplifting books, and spend time with people, your village, whoever, who radiate those positive vibes. Again, I have been surrounded by people who physically drain the energy out of me that I'm just like, why are you so negative about every little thing? Why are you constantly just in this state of I don't know, just frustration and negativity and just what's going on? And I understand that people go through things, right? But it's also important that you have things that are in your control. Take care of that. Fix your mindset, right? Change your mindset, turn it around, and understand that everybody wants to be surrounded by positivity. Everybody wants to be, in this phase.
So I cannot agree more. I feel like this is touching on some of the stuff that we even top of mind for us. Yeah. I do love that. I feel like whenever we're prepping for an episode, we're let's embrace it for the week ahead, which I love. I feel like I've started to embrace this by setting lucky intentions each day. So today I'm going to get a compliment, like I said, or I'm going to kill this presentation when I'm at work. I had a big presentation yesterday and I was like, I'm going to crush it. It's going to be great. And it works and it really well. So I feel it's almost magic. It's inventing a little bit of magic in your life.
It really is. Speaking on that, a side note, I don't know if you remember, I think this was probably last year or 2 years ago on TikTok, I made a lucky girl syndrome video example of how I visualized myself winning this $500 gift card to Lululemon. And then my name was called out later that
Yes! Day. I forgot about that.
That was my first viral moment because then I talked about the experience, had 2 million views.
Wow.
Nice little shout out. 2 million views. And then I talked about how I was I literally visualized winning this gift card and it happened. So I was just it works, but you actually have to put in the work. Yeah. I was shocked. But anyway,
I forgot about that. Yeah. I love that you brought that up. We need to repost that when this episode comes out so people can see it.
I will. I have the video, so I'll do a little reshare moment. But yes, I've done the exact same thing as you. I mean, I noticed my mood improving, which made me more approachable, which in turn brought more positive experiences. It's truly like a continuous loop. So if you keep yourself in that, like you will see the positivity come through.
100%. And we talked a little bit about this at the beginning too. It's not about toxic positivity. We always say bad bitches have bad days too, as Meg Thee Stallion said. But practicing Lucky Girl Syndrome is about shifting that focus to the possibilities instead of the problems. Everybody's got problems, but what is the positive that you can focus on and the possibilities that are going to be there because these other things aren't working out for you? It's because there's something else meant for you.
Yes, totally agree. So friends, I want y'all to try this out, okay? Here is your challenge. For the next week, I want you to start your mornings with a simple affirmation. I am so lucky. Everything works out for us. Everything works out for me. DM us your stories and we want to hear how it's going for you. So let us know how you get lucky during the week.
How you get lucky.
Oh.
Whatever
you're... As I said that, I was like, honestly, if you do get that kind of lucky too, period. But like,
yeah. We support you in all of your endeavors.
We support any type of luck that comes your way, okay? So we want to hear about other types of luck and how it's going for you. So let us know.
Tell us it all. No matter how raunchy, we want to hear. Okay, so now that we're feeling lucky, let's play one of our favorite podcast games. Yeah, is getting lucky underrated or overrated? No, okay, I'm just kidding. But we are gonna play underrated or overrated.
Yeah, so for anyone new, we throw out random topics and decide if they're underrated or overrated. So let's start with our first one, vision boards. Jess, are they overrated or underrated?
I'm gonna go with underrated. I love a vision board, and I know this like kind of falls into that world of like manifestation and is it real? I just like to have the visual of it. I usually make mine on Pinterest. I usually make them at the beginning of the year, and sometimes I do it mid-year when I'm revamping goals and things like that. But it's inspiring. And I think especially as someone who creates a lot of content, it's just fun. I love the aesthetic of it. So very underrated. What about you?
I would say also underrated. And I will say because I recently got into them over the last couple years. So this year, my friend Corey made me a cute little digital vision board. So it's my screensaver essentially.
Yeah.
And so went in there and I sent her a bunch of different pictures that I wanted to see for the year, just different areas of my life that I'm wanting to grow in and see change. And so she put a little collage together and sent it to me, and it is my phone background. So every time I look at my phone, because I'm on my phone all the time, I can see it. And I'm like, okay, yes, I've checked this off, or I'm about to check this off. Yes. So I'm obsessed and I love it. Yes.
I love that she does that. She needs to do that as a service. I would pay her to do that.
I told her, I was like, you want me to pay you? She said, no. And I said, you should charge for this. There's a lot of things she should charge for, and she knows that. But yeah, she should charge for it. I think it looks amazing, but I'm also biased.
I totally pay, because literally what I do, I also make my background, but it's on my laptop. But I like take like a janky screenshot of my Pinterest board, and then it's like doesn't quite fit right. Where like it sounds like she's like got it all looking nice. I would pay her.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has like the dimensions and everything. Like it fits perfectly on my phone. So I'm like, yeah, you should charge for this. Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, next one. St. Patrick's Day parades. Are they overrated or underrated? I will go first. Overrated. It's just all I can think about when I hear St. Patrick's Day parades. I think about when we were in college, egg patties in Manhattan. And I know that's like not related, but that's all I can associate it with. And I just was like, the whole experience was terrible. I remember I went there with one of my best friends.
Explain what fake Patty's Day is for people who don't know.
Honestly, I don't even know how to explain it. But basically, it's just like, it's the celebration. I think it was the week before St. Patrick's Day. It was just like this whole big, again, this was in a college town. So again, just listen to what I have to say. College town, they celebrated, and it was just like a mess. I mean, the whole street just covered with a bunch of college students, myself included, and we were just living our best life out there. Okay, we were running the streets. There were house parties. People were drinking, from 8 a.m., just everywhere. And at the end of the night, it was it turned into just like chaos, running around to different bars. All I can do is like, I see this visual of me with a bunch of different beads. It was giving Mardi Gras. I didn't flash anybody, okay? Chill out. But I had all of these beads. One of them had a shot glass on it. And I'm over here with a couple of these random guys that like decided they wanted to pick me up. And I'm like, okay, this is where we are. It was fun. I had a great time. I would never go back again. It was dirty.
It was dirty. It was a different time.
It was a different time. This was in 2010, 9, probably. Who knows?
Okay.
It was It was a time.
Well, don't age check you on 2009.
I mean,
should have been drinking. Yeah, I was 17, so.
You were 17. All right, I think it was 2010 or 2011. Let's go with one of them. But everybody on those streets, and I still no. So anyway, and I know here in Dallas they do St. Patrick's Day parades, and I think those are fun. I went once and I was like, meh, but it was also on a date. It was just not a good situation. But I think the after parties were more fun than the actual parade, but I think it's overrated. I don't need to be down there. I can just enjoy the comfort of my home and just relax. So overrated for sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
Fake Patty's Day. I only went once, and I showed up late in the day and everybody was already passed out. So it was like super lame. I think it's the only time I've ever been to a frat house, and I was like unimpressed. And yeah, I would never, like you said, dirty. That's how I think about it too. For me though, when I think about St. Patrick's Day parades, here's my hot take. Okay, first of all, they're major overrated. The only parades that we should be having in the year 2025 are pride parades. We do not need parades for all these little holidays. I'm sorry, but I don't want you and your 5 kids sat on the side of the road running amok in your little chairs. Okay?
Not amok.
Okay, begging for candy to be chucked at their heads. No, the only parade I want to go to is a flamboyant pride parade where I'm crying and happy and celebrating love, especially in today's world. I do not need a St. Patrick's Day parade or really any other holiday parade. Pride only, and everything else is take your children home. We're not about that.
Take your children home. I will say, I do love a cute little like Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. I think those are cute. I think it's cute.
Wait, okay, but the Macy's Thanksgiving is not a little parade. That is like a huge, like you're talking about like the rose parade, right? Like
sure, yes.
No, that's New different. Year's. That's the New Year's one.
Yeah, I'm talking the Thanksgiving. But that's, you're right though. It's a different scale. It's a different scale.
Different scale.
You're talking about like
the local parade.
Oh yeah, we don't need
that.
I
here.
Think about, no. I still, again, I have these flashbacks to our hometown, at least my hometown, and just the little.
You were in a parade. Wait, you were in a parade. We drove you in a parade.
I was in several. It was yes. Oh my gosh, yes, that's the parade I'm thinking about. So, okay, fun story, y'all. I was nominated for Homecoming Queen. This was in 2011 or 2012, I believe.
Yeah.
I was nominated, and I had Jess drive me in the parade because I needed somebody with a truck. And it worked out.
And I wore a t-shirt. I think I still have that t-shirt somewhere, actually. I think it's like in storage for memories. And it said like,
yeah, that's Stephanie a solid t-shirt. Yeah, I think I have that t-shirt somewhere too. But yeah, they made me t-shirts. Okay, Jess, I'm going to say that you were the ringleader on that. I actually don't remember who was the ringleader on that, but I think it was you. I'm going to say it was you. Because you still have the t-shirt. But yeah, I was driven in a parade, but like the whole setup of it, thinking back, I'm like, wow, this is real country.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hay bales. There's a lot of like just animals, like livestock in the streets. I can't. And yes, more children asking for candy from homecoming candidates. We don't have it.
Yeah. Also, you don't get a vote. Why am I giving you candy? You're not voting for me.
Yeah, so those parades, and then of course like the high school homecoming ones. Oh, we could go on and on.
Every year I get the notice of like, who's going to show up for the homecoming parade this year? And I've never showed up. Never. Absolutely not.
I have never. I told myself, and I think I've told you this like outside of this, but if I ever go back for my reunion, it's to show off. And I stand by that. It's to show off because I've not lived in that hometown for 13, 14 years at this point. I am there to let people know, look at me. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not gonna do that though. I won't. I don't want to.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not, it really isn't.
Let them listen to the podcast, get the view if they want to know.
Yeah, if they want to see me again, they can watch me on YouTube. All right, moving on. Green beer, overrated or underrated? Let's see. I'll take this one first. I'm gonna say, I don't know, overrated. And I think it's because I'm not typically a beer drinker, but also the aesthetic of green beer. It's literally beer with food coloring. No, thank you. Like, I think that's what's in the food coloring. I don't like that. I don't know. I think for the aesthetic, it's cool. Here's the thing. If someone offered me green beer, I would take it, but the phone would be able to drink first. So I would take a picture of it, post it on the gram, and then be like, here you go. I don't want this. It was just for the picture. So, I mean, overrated for sure, but I would only do it for aesthetic purposes.
I couldn't agree more. Major overrated, not a beer drinker. I only drink cider beer and sometimes sour beer, but give me a green cocktail. Ooh, I will drink that up. Give it to me, but not a green beer.
100%. I would hope that there's going to be some sort of St. Patrick's Day pop-up somewhere in Dallas. I will go because I'm hoping they serve me a drink and a leprechaun or something, or a 4-leaf clover, if you will. Just something like that. So, but yeah, green cocktail. Yeah, here for it. Last one, affirmations. Overrated or underrated?
I mean, I think based on our theme today, I have a feeling what we're going to say. I would say major underrated. I love affirmations. They've helped me get through a bunch of major parts of my life and big life changes. So big fan of affirmations.
Same. Totally underrated. I live by affirmations. I had mentioned earlier, I listen to affirmations. I write them down in my journal. They're such an integral part of my life. Definitely underrated. Not me saying overrated. Underrated. Perfect. Well, I love that these were just so on theme. We had a great time with this, as always. But we are truly in our Luck of the Irish era.
Speaking of lucky, we are running our giveaway right now. Will you be the lucky winner? Manifest it. You don't want to miss this.
Absolutely not. It runs until March 16th, and we're going to announce the winner on March 17th on our social media.
So we're giving away a limited edition 30-ounce Stanley cup. It's so cute. And Mel Robbins' new book, The Let Them Theory. So this book is all about focusing on you, your happiness, your goals, and your life.
Yes. So it's totally on brand for anyone trying to embrace their lucky girl syndrome.
Yeah. So to enter, head to our pinned post on Instagram and TikTok and follow the instructions there. It's super simple. But before we wrap, it's time for our last drop of tea for the day, where we like to leave you with a little nugget to carry through the week.
Today's is simple but powerful. The universe is always conspiring in your favor. You just have to believe it.
Such a vibe. So friends, go out there, channel that lucky girl energy, and let the universe work its magic.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a review, okay? Leave a review, friends. We love you. And share this episode with your lucky girl crew.
And remember, friends, you are so lucky and everything is working out for you.
Cheers.